Let's look at the storyline of Swallowed Star Season 3 next episode. Please support, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you in advance. May God reward you all for your kindness. And I hope everyone is given health and success today. Please take a look. After becoming a swallowing beast, his strength increased very quickly. After completely getting used to his new body, Luo Feng's soul couldn't completely avoid the natural brutality, savagery, and coldness of the swallowing beast. After spending half a year lonely, the natural brutality in his bloodline had seeped in. This made Luo Feng much colder and savage than before. But after hearing this news, Luo Feng felt warm blood flowing through his body again. I have a child now, I have a child now. That feeling of joy nourished his soul. Soon, 8 months later, my body's maintenance will be complete. When the time comes, I will be able to go back and see them. Deep at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, Luo Feng, who had taken over the body of the golden horned beast, was extremely emotional. At that time, all the world's media reported about the newborn children. 1. Luo Feng's family now has descendants, wealth comparable to a country. Second, the genetic makeup of the 2 children must be very good, their future is limitless. Third, with the sacrifice of these 8 heroes, the birth of 2 new children made the atmosphere even more special. In the year 2060, on November 22nd, in a sunny morning, Ping Ping and Little Hai, be good, Zhu Xin, who was wearing a white cotton dress, gently kissed the 2 babies on her chest. The 2 babies' eyes were sparkling as they looked at their mother, laughing, their tiny hands waving randomly. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xin Lan laughed as they received the 2 babies. Zhu Xin, we will take Ping Ping and Little Hai for a walk in the district. Gong Xin Lan laughed. Let Mum. Zhu Xin nodded. Watching her children's grandparents take them away, Zhu Xin lightly closed the bedroom door, walking towards the balcony of the ward. On the balcony lay a table holding a notebook computer. Zhu Xin sat on a chair, the warm winter sunlight shining on her body, very comforting. Zhu Xin smiled, moving the chair closer to the table. He took out a pen from the drawer. Since I was young until now, with my family's teachings, I have always held myself to the highest expectations. Apart from that, in the end, I also enjoyed opening my own business with a few workers and conquering the business world. However, constantly working for my own company is also tiring. Luckily, I have Luo Feng. Apart from Luo Feng, I don't feel stressed. He helps protect me from bad weather, allowing me to give everything I have to the business. I really enjoyed those days. I also hope we can continue to live those days forever. It's just that, I never thought. I don't blame anyone. However, to be honest, in this world, I have no reason to live. What is the reason we live? Love, family, career. I do not know. Without Luo Feng here, love has left me forever. Career, business matters, I have no one to complain to. Even with success, there is no one to enjoy it. Without him by my side, even if his business is successful, everything is in vain. There is no more color. Every time I dream at night, I often cry. Finally, I have made a decision. I felt so relaxed, my spirit felt a calm that I had never felt before. Dad, Mum, brother, Grandma and Dad, don't be hurt, because right now I am very happy. As he finished writing, he put down the pen. Zhu Xin looked up through the window at the small district. Luo Hongguo and his wife were hugging the babies were laughing happily. Little Hai, Ping Ping, Zhu Xin said softly, you are only 2 months old, you don't know much about anything. I believe when you get older, you probably won't remember much from now on. Zhu Xin opened the notebook computer and selected a tune. It was an old song from before the Great Nirvana. Seconds and minutes tick by in one's heart. My eyes sparkle and shine blankly. My heart beats fast because of the movement. I ask myself how much and how deeply you love me. That soft and soothing voice, with shyness, echoed in the room. This is the song that was sold from before the Great Nirvana. Wang Fei, I will marry you tomorrow. I will marry you tomorrow. I will marry you tomorrow. Music echoed in the room. Zhu Xin softly sang the music, walked to the side cabinet and took out a wedding dress. Wearing makeup. Wearing a wedding dress. Zhu Xin gently sang the song, her smile sweet and pure. Since young, he grew up in a large family with constant competition and pressure, until he met Luo Feng, where he was finally free from the pressure of competition. Luo Feng was like a mountain, a big tree, protecting him from bad weather. Zhu Xin didn't like her house from before. It was filled with materialistic desires, power, wealth, and competition. He enjoyed life with Luo Feng, doing his own business and enjoying it with the people he loved. Sharing pain and suffering with those he loves. Share happiness with the people he loves. Those were the beautiful days, and now, with Luo Feng gone, he felt like the world had become black and white, with no other colors. What's the point of continuing? What's the point of working hard? Victory with no one to celebrate, pain and suffering with no one to complain about. Dressed like a newlywed, wearing a wedding dress, Zhu Xin smiled, quietly sitting on the bed. Disturbing all my dreams. I will marry you tomorrow. I will marry you tomorrow. The sweet music seeped into one's soul. Zhu closed his eyes. Zhu Xin, wearing a wedding dress, quietly lay down, her fingers gently massaging the nameless ring on her finger, a steel ring. I will marry you tomorrow. I will marry you tomorrow. Music continued to echo in the room. Around her neck, she wore the safety talisman that Luo Feng gave her. The carved surface of the silver talisman started to glow lightly. Gradually getting brighter, the silver talisman started to float gently, emitting a dreamy white light below, enveloping Zhu Xin's body. Wearing a white wedding dress with white light covering her entire body, Zhu Xin looked like an angel. Suddenly, the silver safety talisman slowly started to crack open. For a moment, the white light became extra thick. Without a sound or trace, it completely evaporated into nothing. The thick white light seeped into Zhu Xin's body. Her skin suddenly became lustrous and translucent, more lustrous and glossy than before, beautiful and alluring. It was extremely beautiful, an earth-shaking beauty. All the flowing white light was slowly absorbed by Zhu Xin. The appearance of her body seemed to have a layer of light surrounding it. This condition lasted for 26 minutes. The shining light was all absorbed into his body and everything returned to normal. The whole room, very quiet. Zhu Xin remained quietly lying on the bed, as if nothing had happened before. Suddenly, his eyebrows moved, he opened his eyes. Deep under the Pacific Ocean, a large amount of metal remains were placed under the sea. A 280-meter-long golden horned beast was right beside this pile of metal. Its huge dark gold pupils were filled with icy savageness. It extended its claws. Formless space rippled around it. Soon, the remaining large pile of metal disappeared into nothingness. Luo Feng, Luo Feng. Babita's clear voice sounded. He seemed very anxious. What is the problem? Luo Feng asked. It's Zhu Xin. Zhu Xin committed suicide. Babita shouted. What? Luo Feng felt his mind go blank, blood rushing to his head. Deep underwater, the golden horned beast's golden pupils suddenly dazzled. Anger and anxiety mixed within them. This was not something to be joked about. I'm not kidding, this is real, said Babita. You bastard, didn't you say Zhu Xin would never do something like that? At first I said we could use the internet, make you imitate my voice and talk to him, calm his heart. What did you say? You said Zhu Xin wouldn't believe it and would only think I left the AI to do it after I died. Without seeing me in person, he wouldn't believe it. Alright, I admit what you say has some logic. However, you promised me, Zhu Xin would never do something like that. Now, Luo Feng's mind felt like it was about to explode as he spoke. Don't worry. Babita, after seeing Luo Feng's tantrum, knew the joke had gone too far. I'm not done yet. He's not dead at all. Luo Feng was shocked. What is going on? Luo Feng was getting angrier. You see, Zhu, however, the couple talisman I gave you before actually saved him. I don't know what he really did, whether it was bad luck or good fortune. The original name of this lover's amulet is Eternal Love. Babita said. Eternal Love. Luo Feng had acquired quite a lot of inherited memories, but he didn't know what eternal love was. You don't know what eternal love is, but at least you know about the immortal body, right? Babita said. Yes, said Luo Feng. A human life, a star traveler's lifespan would be a little over 1,000 years, a star-level span would be 1 era, a universe level would be 10 eras, a domain lord would be 100 eras and a sector lord would be 1,000 eras. Only creatures that will never die. From 9th level scholar to star traveler, there was a jump in lifespan. From star traveler level to star level, there was also another leap. Every critical point, there will be a leap in lifespan. And within the same category, for example Star Traveler Level 1 to Star Traveler Level 9, the difference in strength was hundreds of times, but their level and lifespan were the same. During a leap in life level, one's entire body would undergo complete reformation. This is the evolution of the body. Human souls can live very long, usually, they can live for 1,000 eras. On the other hand, their bodies had limits, even with treatment and all, they would all still die of old age at some point. Star traveler bodies can maintain themselves for around 1,000 years or more, star level can rise to 1 era, only up to sector lord level, they have their own internal world, with that they can absorb external energy sources, constantly re-energizing the body physical, never aging. When that happens, then everything is up to the soul. The soul limit is 1,000 eras. That's why the lifespan of a sector lord is 1,000 eras. Only after surpassing sector lord, achieving soul level leap, will someone become immortal. Star traveler, star, universe, domain lord, sector lord, every life level leap was a critical point. As for domain lord to immortal, the jump is for the soul. In the vast universe, there are some special races, naturally born with immortal bodies, their bodies never age, only when their soul ages and dies, will they die. Their bodies are known as immortal bodies. The universe is fair, giving them an immortal body, but also making it impossible for them to get stronger through training. If they wanted to train, the only way for them was to abandon their original body and steal someone else's body. Babata said, even though they are incapable to train, think of the lure of immortality, Luo Feng, you will understand. Just like the children of immortal beings, they were at the universe level, but their lifespan was only 10 eras. They would of course be willing to have their own children's souls in immortal bodies. Luo Feng nodded. Without a way to increase their strength, they can live up to 1,000 eras, which is equivalent to 10,081,000 years, which is indeed a very interesting thing. Immortal beings in the universe or even some great empires, through the research of various immortal body races have obtained some unique and special equipment. By storing these items in frozen silver, they became these little talismans, which became what is known in the universe as eternal love. It takes an immortal body to create one of them, said Babata. Luo Feng immediately understood. A race that was naturally born with an immortal body, turned out to be very pitiful in the universe. In the universe, those with powers and ranks are many. Many people are pursuing a longer lifespan. Recalls are one type of technique, but 1, they are very rare, and 2, they are very difficult to train. Luo Feng, you also relied on your teacher's soul imprint, only with that support can you use that skill. Babata said, to actually get the manuals and techniques, it was definitely not easier than buying the eternal love talisman. To have another body, usually that body must first be weaker than the original, said Babata. The most important thing is, repossession has risks, one may end up with personal damage. Those who have eternal love set, just one talisman and your body turns into an immortal body. Of course, after becoming an immortal body, one would not be able to train anymore. Babata said, if one wishes to train, one has to cast off the immortal body and enter another. These unique items could only be obtained from people born with immortal bodies. Someone like Zhu Xin who obtained her body from transformation, we can never get such items from her, said Babata. Luo Feng nodded. Good. Otherwise, someone who obtained an immortal body and lived for 10 million years could only allow others to obtain items from his body again. It's just a dream. You mean, Zhu Xin now has a lifespan of 1,000 eras? Luo Feng couldn't help but ask. That's right, too, his body will never die. To kill him, you must destroy his soul. Babata said, while eternal love is very valuable, with your teacher status, keeping some of them is not difficult. For you, wearing eternal love was something he had planned for a long time. Even if the body of flesh is destroyed, with eternal love reconstructing your body, it will naturally reform. This is the ultimate life-saving trump card. However, I was worried about you wearing eternal love, not feeling any danger and thus not training hard enough. That's why I haven't told you the effects. I never expected you to actually sacrifice your own body and use your soul to attack. Even eternal love cannot save you. Luo Feng laughed and relaxed. That's good too, that's good from misfortune. After all, Luo Feng was very clear, Zuan now, even though he couldn't train, he had an immortal body. Yangzhou City's Mingyue district, Luo Feng's home. Zhu Xin was sitting at the table, shocked. What is wrong? Zhu Exan's mind was spinning. Suddenly, the open notebook screen had a new message alert. The strange thing is, the message automatically opens. Zhu Xin, I am Luo Feng. The words at the top of the message shocked Zhu Xin. Her brows furrowed. She was very clear that the world's elites had AI, even Luo Feng had one. Some emails, phone calls, video recordings, etc. It wasn't enough for him to believe, because his older brother Zhu Gang usually did this kind of thing. I know you're suspicious, but when you just tried to commit suicide, the amulet I gave you before worked, that's why right now you're still alive. And the amulet should have disappeared. Zhu Xin was shocked, immediately rubbed her chest and lowered her head to look. Indeed, the safety charm was gone, all that remained was the chain. This made Zhu Xin surprised, and very surprised. He knew he had just committed suicide, yet now he was still alive. Was this really Luo Feng? Luo Feng didn't die. I know you're suspicious, but in 6 months I'll be home, 7 months at most. Okay, remember, don't do silly things. Luo Feng. Finishing her message, Zhu Xin felt her tired heart once again fill with life, the originally black and white world once again filled with color, her life once again filled with hope. Maybe it's real, maybe it's real. Being resurrected after death, this obviously made Zhu Xin believe more. 6 months, at most 7 months. I have to tell father and mother, Luo Hua too, about this good news. Zhu Xin was very excited. That day, after Luo Feng's family saw the message, although they were shocked by Zhu Exan's attempt to commit suicide and rebuked her, this filled everyone with hope again. While they were suspicious whether it was the work of AI, they would still wait patiently for another half year. In the year 2061, March 9th. Evening. Night had fallen. Luo Feng's family was having dinner while laughing. Dad, Mum, don't force it. It's hard enough for me to come home and have dinner with all of you. Well, I'll tell you, this summer vacation, Zhen Nan and I will register our marriage. Luo Hua laughed. Luo Hua had just gotten another house in Mingyue district. After all, her sister-in-law lived here, her living here would also be too crowded. With his status, buying another house was simple. What's more, he was also a warrior. Correctly. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xin Lan laughed. The two babies in the crib at the side were climbing, laughing and having fun. Why hasn't Zhu Xin returned yet? Gong Xin Lan couldn't help but stare outside worriedly. Currently, little Xin had dived into her work, which was also a good thing. Luo Hongguo laughed. Gong Xin Lan nodded. Right, if he tried to commit suicide again, that would be bad. Suddenly, Luo Hongguo and Gong Xin Lan's vision immediately blurred. Putong. 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 The group of guards outside the courtyard all collapsed. The two nannies in the house also collapsed. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xin Lan collapsed on the table. There was no movement. Shut up. All that could be heard was the voices of the two babies. WHO. Luo Hua looked outside coldly. Mr. Luo, how are you? Two men dressed in black Western suits smiled as they entered, as if they were returning home. One of them was a white man while the other looked more like a South Asian. The South Asian man smiled. Relax, they were just put to sleep, I haven't killed them yet. The two representatives made such a grand appearance. I wonder what's going on. Luo Hua said solemnly. It's fine, just taking some things belonging to the Star Travelers, and things that normal people have no right to keep. The South Asian man smiled. Relax, I won't kill anyone, however. I hope you stay calm down. When you order that metal robot, I'll be right there, to these guys. Explosion. Blah. He made exaggerated expressions, causing their souls to explode. Seigo Neiru, you are the only star traveler spirit reader in the world today, do you have to do such a thing? Luo Hua said solemnly. He knew, no matter how fast the robots were, they were not as fast as spirit readers' minds. Seigo Neiru. Genius spirit readers from India. Ever since Luo Feng and Eastbourne fell, Neiru, who had just broken through, was the only star traveler level spirit reader left. There is a need, of course there is. Seigo Neiru smiled. Mr. Luo, I believe you know a little about the current state of the world. According to you, the treasure Luo Feng left inside, your family will be left alone. Besides, leaving them in your Luo family is a waste. Muya crystal. Seigo Neiru smiled. They were actually hidden in the underground room. Wow, 18 new crystals, huh? And quite a lot of nature spirits. What a big haul. Luo Feng's haul was truly big. Seigo Neiru was very surprised. Luo Hua's expression turned pale. He understood, the enemy was using his spirit energy to search. How do you control the metal robot? Seigo Neiru looked at Luo Hua. No one can control them. Luo Hua shook his head. Even I can't. My brother left orders to protect our family. They will always just follow his orders. Oh. Seigo Neiru nodded. He understood. Suddenly, the underground door automatically opened. A briefcase flew over. He stretched out his hand to grab it. Thank you. Seigo Neiru smiled. I will give you some advice. Only with great power can you have such great treasures. Otherwise, for those robots, they are strong. But they are just robots after all. Oh, even with a distance of several hundred meters, I can still directly destroy your family's soul. So, don't do anything stupid. Wei Nuo, let's go. Seigo Neiru turned and left, Deputy Wei Nuo following behind. Luo Hua watched as they left, not daring to move. The flying disc-shaped battleship was at least 300 meters. Even on the battleship, Seigo Neiru's spirit attack could easily kill all the Luo family instantly. Standing at the window, watching the warship leave, Luo Hua's expression was ugly. Luckily, he had divided the 60 Muya crystals into several parts, storing them in different locations. These 18 crystals already greatly shocked the two representatives. After all, Hong and Thunder God had only obtained around 10 crystals in total. What happened? What happened before? What's wrong with me? Bodyguards, nannies, Luo Hongguo and others woke up. Luo Hua helped them and others, not telling what really happened. Impossible. Luo Hua could only admit, against warriors, metal robots could still hold fast. However, against a spirit reader and their spiritual attacks, the metal robot could not survive. When the incident happened, all the conversations etc. were all heard by the metal robot and transmitted to Babata. Of course Luo Feng knew about it too. Wei Nuo. Seigo Neiru. A golden horned monster that was over 300 meters long, deep within the violent ocean, its dark golden pupils raging. Babata, you said that they were now working with the 5th chairman Atkin. That cowardly turtle remained humble. Even during the monster swallowing incident, he didn't even show his face. Now he shows his ambition. I always hated it. Now. Atkins. Seigo Neiru. Luo Feng was furious. Having not been able to visit his loved ones previously, he was already very regretful. It was unexpected that Atkin and a few others, because of their greed, actually dared to play with their lives. No matter the anger, Luo Feng had to endure. Even though the days of holding back his anger seemed like years. Finally, the first nurturing was successful, in the year 2061, June 2nd. That was the day Luo Feng would come out of his shell. That's the storyline for Swallowed Star Season 3. Wait for the next episode. Please donate, subscribe, like, comment and share. May God reward his goodness. And may all your brothers' days be blessed with happiness, health and success. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much.